and your butt elevate. I need 6-figure money, won't hella bucks and hella cake. Fuck boy, I been on dummy, shooting hella ops, make them a day. If not him, then kill his mama, make him feel his wrath in the hell away. Hydro shock bullets out into his chest, watch as they swim away. I don't stop shooting till you down in your last breath, and then I skid away. This a hollow tip.
Gang, 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 gang. What's popping with everybody out there, man? Welcome back to another episode. Yes, sir. Welcome back. This is the channel where we like to talk, learn, and grow. You feel me? And this is Let's Talk Everything 414 podcast. You feel me? Straight out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. At what cost would you learn to love unconditionally, right? At what cost? What would it take you to learn to love unconditionally? And I don't mean everybody around you, but even yourself. At what cost? What cost? Because sometimes, you know, that's what it takes. It takes a cost. It takes some type of trial or tribulation or, you know, some type of traumatic experience for a person to learn to love themselves or love everything around them unconditionally, right? When you in that mode or that phase of love, gang, everything seems to go your way, work out for you. Everything seems to work for the best. Even at the moments of, you know, the times that feel like, man, ain't nothing working. Everything's so hard. You know, life is giving me, you know, ups and downs. It's a jagged edge type of lifestyle I'm living. If you learn to just love and accept everything that you're going through, you'll learn that, man, everything is for a reason. You'll learn that everything is for a reason. And it's not to hurt you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say that first. It's never to hurt you. You'll learn that all this stuff is taking place for a reason to better you. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, to better you, to shape you, to make sure you stay strong and wise and vigilant. You know, that's the main key, to stay vigilant, to stay aware that, you know, everything's going to be okay. When you ain't aware of those things, you tend to worry more, stress more. You tend to disbelieve in yourself more, you know. You start to believe in everything everybody telling you around you. And sometimes some of the stuff they telling you around you don't be no good for you. It don't. It don't do you no justice. It ain't helping you. You know, in all actuality, is actually tearing you down. It's tearing you apart. It's showing you that the people that you once thought supported you is really no support. The people you once thought that was for you is really not for you. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, at some point in time, you will learn to love yourself unconditionally, no matter what nobody else telling you or showing you about you. You know, I look at everything as a learning aspect. Everything in life, I don't look at it as a loss. And that's the way my mind works now. Now, don't get it twisted. Back then, I used to always look at everything as a loss. Everything was a loss to me. I'm talking about, gang, and I took it hard. I was victimizing myself. I was always acting like I'm the victim, but in reality, I can really control and shape my desired reality. I can control and shape the way I live and what I want to live like. You know what I'm saying? And once I learned these tools and skills, which I didn't learn them overnight, trust you me, it took a long time to figure this shit out. But once I figured it out, gang, I was doing everything, and you know that I'm learning, I'm embodying it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't letting it slip out my hand. I'm learning it, and if I don't get it, I go back to where I learned it at. I go back to the people, the podcasters, or the channels I was watching it on and learning it, and I restudy and I revamp, and I go about it a different way. You know what I'm saying? But not one time did I ever say, you know what, this shit ain't working. This shit don't fit for me. I can't relate, because if I would have said any one of those things, I knew I would have been lying. You know what I'm saying? I would have been lying to myself, lying to everybody around me. I would have. So, at what cost would you learn to love unconditionally? When I tell you that love is one of the strongest frequencies on planet Earth, in the universe, outside of planet Earth, then, you know, will you learn to love unconditionally? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, literally, will you? Would that be one of the things? If I told you when you hate yourself, you create hateful events for your reality, for your life. And so many people right now do not believe that your conscious mind controls everything you experience. I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why they don't believe that, gang. What you feel on the inside of yourself create everything you experience in life. So if you feel you a bum and you feel you ain't gonna never make it in life, then that's the experience life that you're gonna witness. If you feel you got this and you made for this lifestyle, then that's what you're gonna experience. You know? But those of y'all that feel everything always happen to you, everybody always against you, nobody, love you, everybody want to see you fail, then that's the experience life you're going to experience. When you get to learning this and you study biology, you get to study in quantum physics, you get to study in physics, you get to study in just the nature, the world, the universe. You learn a lot of these techniques and hermetic teachings, gang. You know what I'm saying? That nobody around you will ever teach you because they don't want you to surpass them. They don't even want your mindset as sharp as theirs. Me personally, I don't give a fuck how sharp your mind get. You know what I'm saying? I know mine's gonna stay forever sharp. My shit gonna stay forever sharp. So me personally, I don't mind sharing no tips, no tricks, no hacks to life. I don't mind giving up that knowledge. You feel me? When I run into people, and definitely when I learn this type of knowledge, I don't mind. I pass it out. And the reason I do so because I know how karma works. You feel me? The low polarity. I know that the universe does carry karma. Everything that you send out there is an energy, and the energy wave shall create events in your life to come back to you. And why would I send negativity out there? Why would I send hatred, envy, jealousy? Why would I even set that energy out there? Right? Some of you cats do that. Some of y'all set that energy out there, and then you find yourself in holes that you can't even crawl out of, gang. I don't never want to get myself in no hole I can't get out of. Simple point blank. I ain't trying to go in no area where I can't, you feel me, make ends meet or adapt to and master. And if you in an environment like that, if you around people like that, you will never be able to create the life you want to, or you will never be able to love unconditionally, not only yourself but others. That's sad. Right now today, man, there's so many young brothers out here killing. So many young brothers killing, man. They quick to kill. They quick to take your life. And you know what's funny? They only taking your life for the little bit that you got. When, in all honesty, they could have went and worked for that. In all honesty, they could have went and DoorDash for the little bit that they took from you, gang. This shit be crazy. I never understood these niggas, man. One thing I do understand is I never wanted to be like these niggas. Never. Never have I ever wanted to be like, man, nigga on the street. I don't give a fuck how much money you flashing and showing. I don't give a fuck what you driving. I don't give a fuck how you dress, my nigga. Because one thing I have learned and noticed, I can do the same thing. All they do is take is an energy shift and a mind shift. And I can dress like you, talk like you, walk like you, have the money you have, all that shit. When you learn it ain't about that, though, that's when you win. When you learn it ain't about that, it ain't about the materialistic shit in this lifestyle. Because look, this life, my nigga, this is just temporary. You know what I'm saying? The life after this, the spiritual life, that's the real dealio. A lot of you niggas ain't ready for that. And that's why they tell you, be careful what you do in this lifetime because you shall pay for it in the next one. Right? So I ain't trying to be out here selling drugs to nobody, harming nobody, poisoning nobody moms, poisoning nobody grandma, they brothers and sisters and shit. You niggas out here selling fentanyl to motherfuckers, killing them, gang. Killing them, literally. I'm talking about a lot of black niggas, and then this is what y'all rap about. And like the video I made the other day, why the rappers so mad at podcasters. Man, y'all be putting y'all business out there on the motherfucking internet for us to see. You get right on social media and do it. And y'all expect nobody to talk about that? Y'all don't expect nobody to bring that up, gang? That's what this motherfucking social media shit for is for us to be able to pop out to y'all and tell y'all why the shit they doing is bogus. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's for. It's for us to be able to tell y'all, look, don't grow up like these niggas. We understand that these niggas flashing major dollars. They showing y'all, all the little shit they gaining from being evil and doing evil shit. But at the end of the day, is that the lifestyle you really want? Make that shit make sense. Like, even the killers don't even want to be a killer. Even the killers out there don't want to be a killer. Let me tell you why, because they can't even enjoy their life. They can't spend time with their kids at a mall or nothing like that. Now they got to wear them hot ass, stinking, dick smelling poo shiesty masks over their face, hiding their face all day. They can't enjoy the weather, my nigga, regularly. They looking over their shoulders all day. Like, come on, man. So who want to live like that, gang? Who really want to live like that? I don't. You know, I'm gonna throw my hands up, two hands. I don't want to live like these gangster ass niggas. If that's being a gangster, I don't want to be a gangster. I'd rather be a real man. You feel me? There for my kids, supporting my wife at whatever she need. We taking care of each other. We handling each other. Whatever she can't do, I can do. Whatever I can't do, she can do. Whatever the kids need help with, we supporting them. That's the type of lifestyle I'm gonna live. That's the lifestyle I'm gonna live, gang. You hear me? That's the lifestyle. Other than that, though, you niggas' lifestyles that y'all living out here is dreamed, is made up, is falsified. You know what I'm saying? It's falsified and classified by materialistic things that you gonna die with. You ain't going to the spiritual realm with that shit. You ain't going to the spiritual realm with that. What you is gonna take with you is your consciousness and everything that you learned in this lifestyle. That's what you is gonna take with you, but you ain't going to the other side with all this materialistic shit you think, you feel me, that's you, that made you up. Y'all don't even know the real you. And that's the bad part. Y'all don't know the real you. Every day we got different faces we put on. Everybody. Me, you, your mama, my daddy, everybody. We all got different faces we put on just to be a certain way around certain people, from school, family, work. You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking about the fun parts, your friends. Everybody got different faces. At the end of the day, when you done with this movie that you making, gang, when this movie done, you will see your true face, and your true face gonna fuck you up. That's your spiritual face. That's gonna mess everybody up, because they gonna be like, damn, that's who I was the whole time. This what I was, you hear me? This what I was preparing for. You know, shout out to the Maverick Approach. I watch they podcast a lot. You know, some young, wise black brothers, and they always know what they talking about. They always do their research and their homework. Shout out to them, because I learned a lot from them. Not only them, Lewis Howes, not only him, a couple more podcasters that I invest my time in and my mind, you feel me, in my ears, my open ears and open mind, just to get insight on, you know, what it is they think like. Now, I remember it was a point in time when I was on YouTube, I used to watching nothing but a bunch of bullshit, listening to a whole bunch of bullshit. You know, watching a whole bunch of nothing ass podcasters telling me a bunch of nothing ass information, you know, and now I find it in myself to look. I think it's my purpose to speak and wake people up. I know that's my purpose. My purpose is to speak and teach and tell y'all about, you know, the decisions you're making and how to control your emotions and how to master those. You understand what I'm saying? That's the purpose in life, how to master those and complete your purpose, your soul purpose, right? Yeah. That's your purpose. Complete your soul purpose. Everybody came here with a soul contract to complete, you know, and we all got this contract to complete. And if you ain't trying to complete it, then what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you just wasting time? You sitting around, you're trying to get high and drown all your sorrows out. You see how I'm smoking? I'm smoking because I'm enjoying talking with y'all and I'm conversing. And I know somebody out there is going to feel this message, right? Yeah, somebody out there is going to feel this message, whether young, old, female, male, you know, and that's why I do it, because a lot of people won't do it. It's somebody on your block who probably think like this and they are not big enough or got the balls enough to come out and just say it and speak it. You feel me? And iterate it. But at the end of the day, you know, I think that's what it takes to be able to unconditionally love yourself, and not only yourself, but others around you. Animals, plants, the environment. You feel me? One way you can tell when nobody love the environment is when they just throw trash out all on the ground. Man, this Mother Earth, you feel me? You got to help keep Mother Earth clean. So now when you throwing trash out, and I used to be one of those who used to do it a lot. My wife be like, man, I don't like that. She ain't with all that throwing the trash out the window shit. She like put the bag up in the car. Definitely if we in the car. Because a lot of times, a lot of people, when we riding and eating fast food and shit, chips and shit, we throw the trash right out the window. Like, black people, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know that the moment you done with that shit, you throw it right out the window. You throw the blunt paper out the window. You pull over, open the doors. Definitely these niggas, they open the doors, dump the blunt guts all on the floor and all types of shit. Like, come on, man. At the end of the day, doing that, you know, we understand how nasty a person is. They show you how internally they do not care. And like I said, I used to be one of them people. Because at that point when I was young, 19, 20, 21, I didn't give a fuck. I didn't even care for myself. I was doing so much shiesty shit. I'm robbing people, breaking people off, breaking in people's houses and shit like that. I didn't care. And that was bad. You know what made it good for me though is I was aware that I didn't care. I was aware that I had those emotions and feelings. And anything you are aware of, you are capable of changing. Anything you are aware of, you are capable of changing. Now, don't get this twisted though. Let me clear something up. We are all aware of a lot of things in life, and most of the time we are distracted and aware about things that we can't change. We are always aware of things that we can't change, and that make us the maddest. Like, I'm gonna give y'all an example. One thing that make me so mad is traffic. But I know goddamn well I can't change how fast traffic go. I can't change how fast it move. I can't change who in traffic. I can't. Only thing I can do is accept it and look at a learning mechanism out of it instead of a loss or a purposeful thing to make me mad. You hear me? So that goes for everybody. Like, whatever in your life that always tick you off, think about it if you can change it or not. Like, okay, this pissed me off so much, but can I change it? Like, personally, can I put my hands on it and change it? No. 9 times out of 10, you can't. The only thing you can change is the way you react to something, the way you respond to something, and your emotions and your mind state. That's the only thing we can change. Due to the fact I know that game, you feel me? I don't choose to try to change nothing I can't. I stopped that. I left that alone. Let me tell you why. Because I was always upset trying to. And I never understood why. I'm like, damn, why I'm so upset? Because, my nigga, you trying to narrate, or you trying to iterate, situations that you can't. You trying to iterate universal lanes that you can't, my nigga. Shit that's meant to happen, shit that's meant to take place. Only thing you can iterate and re-engineer is your place and your desired direction. You feel me? That's it. Once I learned that, I was like, damn, I start getting it. I pay more attention. I start understanding. I start putting it on my mind every time. Like, okay, boom, I'm aware. And then I'm good at paying attention to cycles and patterns. I'm great with that. I'm great with patterns and cycles. Man. The more you can pay attention to a cycle or pattern, the more you can understand it and why it's taking place. Then the more you can want to change it and grow the confidence and the willpower to change it. And that's what I had to do over the years. Gang, it took a long time. Like I said, none of this was overnight. I'll never get it twisted. None of this was overnight. None of this was overnight. It take a while. It take time. It takes studying yourself. But see, you ain't gonna be able to study yourself if it's too many distractions around you in your environment. You'll never be able to study yourself and study what you think if you ain't got time to yourself. If you always working, you always running, you always up and down, you feel me, busy and got other shit to do. That's materialistic. That's physical. That's for the world. What about you? What you doing for your internal self? What you doing for your mentality? What you doing for your mindset? You understand? That's what really matters. That's why always having a job never been good. That's why they say all money ain't good money. Yeah, sometimes job money. That job money will take you away from yourself. It'll take you away from who you really are. Because now you so pressured to pay bills. And these ain't even your worries. You ain't create no bill worries. You feel me? The motherfuckers who run in the world created that. They wanted you to pay for these bills because they feel like, hey, yo, I can make money off every day on my land. At the end of the day, if it was up to us, let's be real. We wouldn't even have no bills. Everything will be free, my nigga. Stop playing with yourself. The electricity, the rent, everything. If it was up to you right now, my nigga, you wouldn't pay no electricity. You wouldn't pay none of that. Let me tell you why. Because you would be thinking like, why? Why would I have to if I created it and it's fluent? Why would I have to if I discovered it and it's fluent? So why should we have to? Right? Why should we have to? I don't think nobody be thinking like that. Everybody just go with the flow of, oh, it's a force. The only way we can live is if we do this, and if we don't, we ain't gonna have nowhere to stay. That's scarcity. They automatically scaring you away from your true self. They scaring you away from your true self, gang. That's real shit, And so many white people do it right now. No disrespect to you white people, but off the grid livers. You see them living off the grid, and that's what they do it for. They ain't paying no motherfucking bills. Why should they? They know this shit free. They know it's free. But it's not free to the motherfuckers who choose to follow that order. Oh, I'm gonna follow that order. I'm gonna abide by the law. Man, who law? That's state law. Your dumb ass just gonna listen. That's what I don't understand, man. So to love yourself, unconditionally and love everything around you is to understand that these things that they put in front of us is set up to make us fail, set up to make us hate ourselves, set up to make us hate each other. Because if you ain't making enough money to live this type of lifestyle, you're going to hate yourself at some point. You're going to feel like, oh, I'm doing bad, I could do better. Like all these subjective ass thoughts going to start falling in your mind, and they ain't even your thoughts. And the only reason they ain't your thoughts is because you're trying to play a game that's not yours. You're trying to play these capitalizing motherfuckers games. Like, you understand what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, I love y'all, man. Y'all keep thinking and keep opening your mind, man. Now make sure y'all stay tapped in. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And if you have subscribed to my channel, please share my video so it can get around, so everybody can hit that like button, you feel me? And they can keep spreading my word around, because my messages are true and they need to be heard. You feel me? Y'all stay safe, stay out the way, gang. Stay prayed up, you hear me? And stay wise. Stay wise. Do more research, do more homework. I love y'all.
The gang, them grew up in pining. Couple of groupies to fit with. High, no turbulence, vibing. Higher than you niggas getting. Flying while you niggas flyless. Your kind is scooter dependent. I come something new when I'm driving. Driving off the roof, no ceilings. Got a skyline view when I'm riding.